Using the new Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3 after 72 hours, I have to say I'm quite impressed by Samsung's engineering feat here in terms of the build quality. You certainly notice all of the refinements right out of the box. The Z Fold 3 rounded edges, durable grip, and just overall matte finish is just so incredibly sleek. Checking out the entirety of this device, it feels so good in the hands, and the Fold 3 comes in at an even lighter overall package this time compared to the Z Fold 2, which is a very welcomed improvement. There's still a small gap between the folded edge, but without making the device much larger, not sure you can get away from that easily. Opening up this display and unlocking it with the consistently smooth fingerprint reader is an incredible experience every time. Now, one thing to note about this internal display, the crease on the Z Fold 3 to me personally seems wider and more apparent than on the previous Z Fold 2. While this certainly doesn't hinder usage and personally it doesn't bother me, it is something you will notice throughout your day. Using the outer display is still very similar to the Fold 2, but now with a higher refresh rate, there's the added bonus of the added smoothness. Speaking of a smooth experience, watching content on the Z Fold 3 is very enjoyable. Whether you're watching YouTube, Netflix, Hulu, whatever you're watching, it looks very good. I do have to say I also like the flex mode here so I can get easy access to comments as well as other content while I'm watching YouTube, for example. Being able to pinch to zoom easily is also really nice. On the previous Fold 2, some apps, due to the foldable display, were not optimized for adapting to switching between the inner and outer displays. However, with the Z Fold 3, Samsung has now introduced settings that allow you to select specific apps to have this adaptive experience, and it works really well. For example, we'll try this with Among Us, and you can see Among Us on the outer display, and then it adapts and opens right away with that inner display. This is an awesome setting. Gaming on that outer display is definitely a breeze, especially with that new 120 Hz. Now, the inner display, of course, is still an excellent gaming experience, especially coming from the Z Fold 2. These are definitely excellent gaming devices. Having that extra real estate is really nice, and it's just overall a really smooth gaming experience. So if you're looking for a larger device and you are a gamer, a mobile gamer, this will definitely be a great device for you. The Galaxy Buds 2 have been an awesome accessory for the Z Fold 3, minimal footprint, easy to carry along with the device, and they sound pretty solid. Another accessory I have to recommend most though would be the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic I've had paired with the Z Fold 3. Having the watch with the Z Flip 3 wasn't as ideal because that smaller display on the Flip 3 is kind of like having a watch since you can't act on the notifications. Whereas with the larger outer display on the Z Fold 3, you can easily act on any notifications using this display, which has been a much better experience overall for me. Now, opening up that larger display, let's talk about the cameras. First up, the inner display's hidden camera isn't all that great, and it's not all that hidden, but it is what it is. The other cameras are still about the same quality you'll expect on the Fold 2, but if you're getting a Z Fold 3, you're not buying the phone for the cameras as much as you are for the folding productivity experience that it offers. Now, battery life on the Z Fold 3 has actually been pretty impressive. I will say it's kind of hit or miss coming from the Z Fold 2, so I'll have to test it out a little bit longer and let you know my full review, but I do have to say it's much better than on the Z Flip 3. The Z Flip 3 has not been excellent battery life, and it's been much better on the Z Fold 3. Now, one thing the Z Fold 3 also has that the Z Flip 3 does not have is wireless DeX. Now, wireless DeX is really awesome. It basically turns any monitor that's compatible into a wireless desktop experience using your Z Fold 3. I'm using my LG TV here in my living room, and it works seamlessly. No issues whatsoever, no hiccups, no stutter, no lag when using this. It's just a really nice feature to have, especially from a productivity standpoint with a device that really ships with productivity in mind, having that, tablet form factor, and then also just being able to use it as a cursor, as a mouse, for your wireless DeX setup. I mean, this is just a really nice feature that doesn't get enough, I think, talking points in the tech community. It's a really nice productivity tool that I really enjoy using, and I'm really happy to see it here on the Z Fold 3 and seeing how just smooth it is in terms of the overall experience. I do have to say, It is a little sad though to see that wireless DeX is not compatible on the Z Flip 3. Just it seems like a huge miss to not offer it on that device. Now, again, it's not the same productivity tool as the Z Fold 3 here, but still, it would have been really nice to see it on the Z Flip 3. So the Z Fold 3 packs a lot. I absolutely love this device. It's really hard going from the Z Flip 3 to this device and saying which one do I recommend more. They kind of serve two different audiences, I think, but I have to say overall, these are pretty solid devices. Again, definitely like having it paired with that watch. And I wanted to add as well, you do have the same water resistance that you have with the IP rating as far as the IP rating for the Z Flip and the Z Fold 3. As you can see, the Z Fold 3 did survive my water test. I'll leave a link to that short so you can check that out. Again, between these two devices, it's still hard for me to decide which one I would recommend. Again, two very different audiences, but I do have to say in my overall usage, I like the Flip 3 for its portability and its ease of use, but I have to say as far as notification management, productivity, like true productivity, the Z Fold 3 is the one to get for me. So for now, I'm going to keep my sim in the Z Fold 3 and let you know how it holds up. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Take care and stay safe.